years old, girl. That means he been plotting on you all that time. Okay, he 18, baby. How old is Bullet? He like 24 years old, girl. 24 years old. That's time enough to think about how he will kill you if you don't act right, girl.
That's how you do it, Marvin. Marvin G. And Tony P is on the bill. That's how you do it. Oh yeah. And Trinidad, they uptown. And that's a whole lot of pressure. Yeah. And Gary Higo #1. And that's a whole lot of pressure. We got one up for you. Yeah, we ready now. And that's a whole lot of pressure.
Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Sister Souljah's The Coldest Winter Ever, Part 20. So where we left off, Winter had just decided to hop on a Peter Pan bus to Silver Spring. But oh, the dream was deferred. Why? Because she got a beep from the dude Bullet, who we said was that pudding-eating king. Ooh, you menace to society, you. He had called her and said, baby, I want to celebrate your birthday with you in Key West. Now, she on her way to meet Bullet, okay? But before she left the mall, she ran into the Victoria's Secrets and bought $100 worth of sexy underwear. Sexy the underwear? Girl, you is stupid, girl. Fuck them underwear. Standing outside of the mall, Winter said her mouth fell open when she seen that cream-colored Lexus pulling around the corner. It was like her father's, but it was a updated version. Winter hops in the passenger seat, and Bullet explains to her, you know you mine now, right? Hey, whenever a ninja told me that, I get nervous. I don't like men telling me that I belong to them. I don't like nobody telling me that I belong to them. You trying to control me? Fuck you! Take these chains off! Before boarding the plane to Florida, he made Winter throw away that Nike duffel bag. He didn't want his woman to be sporting any clothes brought by another man, okay? Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Arriving in Florida, the limousine driver picked them up from the airport and drove them to their villa. Not soon after the arrival, they went shopping. Winter said she knew she was pushing it, but she did it anyway, okay? Because she felt like with a, Bullet, i.e. pudding-eating Kane, is right here. He acting like he got it. So, I mean, let's get it. After shopping, they went to dinner, and now they back at the villa, okay? No words were said. No words were needed, okay? They just was in the heat of each other's passion. Okay? She said in the background, she could hear Arkley. Ooh, remember when Arkley put you in the mood? Girl, lay it on me. Hey, I placed no one above thee. Oh, take me to your ecstasy. It seems like you're ready. Seems like you're ready. Ooh, that ugly got your girl ready. Okay, now when I look at him, I be like, I mean, I've dated older men too, but I ain't never date no old man and eat no doo-doo. Okay, so that's the part that throw me over. Okay, yes, at 16 years old, I told you I was messing with this dude who had a BMW coupe, with a monkey in it, and he was 26. Okay, I mean, shit. But I ain't eating no old man doo-doo though. That's not my life. In the morning, they went straight to the beach where Bullet tried to teach her how to swim. He tried to teach her how to float, but she could not relax. Bullet says, you gotta trust me, baby. Do you trust me? Now, don't worry, sexy. You'll get the hang of it after a while. I'll teach you all the tricks. You won't be able to say I didn't teach you anything. You know, I'm going to teach you things not even your father taught you. Wait a minute. That's a sign to me. I'm already seeing, situations here. So you drive around the corner in the Lexus, but the updated version that my father, used to drive. Okay? Now you telling me that you're going to teach me all the tricks that my daddy didn't teach me. Treachery. Now, that struck a nerve in Winter's feelings, okay? So she left the water and dragged herself to the beach crying and sobbing. Bullet goes to her and say, what's going on, baby? What's your problem? Midnight told me that you the reason why my daddy locked. Bitch, it's too late for that, girl. Okay? Anyway, Bullet says, I don't have no problem with your father. I thought you understood business. Winter responds, well, I know you were a part of the takedown. Bullet says, baby, you got it all wrong. I wasn't a part of that takedown. Let me break it down to you, okay? Bullet says, I've been watching you since I was a snotty-nosed, homeless kid without parents or direction. I was raised by my granny here in Brooklyn, but she couldn't do much because between the food stamps and that little check that she got, she wasn't able to take care of me. That's how a lot of these little boys get lost. Okay, because if you don't have a strong grandmother, strong enough where she maneuvering around and able to get, the wooden spoon and, pop you in the back of your head with it, young people run all over their grandparents. He said what happened was he was introduced to a man named Rings. Rings was a good man to Bullet, but a lot of people hated him in the woods. They considered him to be a thief, okay? And Winter's father, Souljah, was one of those who did not care for the dude Rings. Bullet says, I was his lookout, and that's when I peeped you. I knew that I had to be bigger, greater, and better, and exceptional to have someone like you. At 8 years old, I made up my mind that you were going to belong to me. Now, Winter probably, she probably in her mind like, oh, yes, he been looking at me since I was 8. He been peeping me since I was 8. Bitch, that's a sign of a crazy motherfucker. If he been peeping you since you was 8 years old, girl, that means he been plotting on you all that time. Okay, he 18, baby. How old is Bullet? He like 24 years old, girl. 24 years old. That's time enough to think about how he gonna kill you if you don't act right, girl. Bullet says that I knew in order for you to notice me that I was gonna have to lie, cheat, steal, grind, and scheme to be the kind of man that you would pay attention to. So I watched your father closely after Rings was murdered. Now that's 3 things, girl. That's 3 things that's making you go, what the fuck you want? Fuck my father? Why you so worried about my daddy for? Bullet starts to break down the unwinding of the organization, or Souljah's organization. Your father had the police chief on payroll, okay, and some of the police officers, right? That's why everybody could eat in the hood. Police chief that Souljah was working with, his ass was out. Get out of here, nigga. You've been acting a menace around here in the projects for a minute. Now we need a new menace around here, okay? And the new police chief was working with the new younger cats. Souljah trusted no one, not even the men on his team. The new crew stuck up all your pop spots and got away with it. So, in the hood, the rules is you can't let nobody get away with nothing, because if you do, then it's going to be a whole bunch of people waiting in line to get away with something with you, okay? That's just the rules of it, okay? Yeah, them young dudes, old heads, they might be like, you know what, you got it. I'm an old man, great balls. I'm trying to live the rest of my life free from, drama. Okay, now I ain't saying, I know some OGs from around my way that will still put that buck in your ass. Just saying that, especially when you're young, your ego rules everything. Your father got paranoid and started strong-arming people, even those on his team, okay? Without the previous police chief on his side, he was lost and things got worse. When Souljah left the crew and moved to Long Island, the crew looked at him like, you jumping ship on us? You leaving us here to fight for ourselves. You abandoning the team. Now the people then lost, respect for Santiago. Okay, now they starting to snitch. Now, what about my mother? Went to ask, well, yeah, that was kind of cruddy, but you better believe the person who shot your mother in the face is no longer living on this earth anymore. Now, the big men, they don't, pick up the guns or touch the drugs for nothing. Okay, but you better believe Santiago put one in the man who put one in his wife. Winter sitting back looking at Bullet like, I could tell Santiago all this, right? I could tell my father everything. Bullet hangs his head down and says, Winter, you don't get it. Your father is gone, baby. He's gone forever. By the end of the conversation, Winter also understood that the up-and-coming crews were Slick Kid's crews and Bullet's crews. And now those two are starting to have it. Now on that last day in Key West, they laying on the bed watching Coolie High on a VCR, and it was Bullet who brung up Simone. He said to her, yeah, she got as big as a house, went into the hospital and came back by herself. Okay? Winter said to Bullet, listen, me and Simone ain't on the best of terms right now, and I would prefer it when we move into our own place together. Okay, because Bullet was like, baby, you can live wherever you want to live. We can do whatever we want to do. It's up to you, because I'm going to give you everything except for tell you what's up with your path. Made it clear, I don't want to be in Brooklyn no more, because she felt unsafe in Brooklyn. Bullet assured her, listen, I'm Bullet, okay? Puddin' eating cane. Ain't nobody fucking with you, baby. Once they got back home, on the ride back, Winter says to Bullet, I was kind of thinking about Manhattan, someplace over there. Bullet say, ugh, and that dirty water, smelling all that funky, pissy ass water. Winter looks at him irritated like, you don't know anything good when you see it or hear. All you know is nigga shit in Brooklyn, but she kept her mouth closed. Continuing on the ride home, okay? Bullet says to her, look, I'm not in the same spot, baby. I'm just one level up from my granny, okay? I can't have my granny stealing my money and then running down there to Atlantic City. Then Winter is looking at him like, nigga, you what part of I don't fuck with Brooklyn no more don't you understand? Bullet says, ha, 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 them bitches got you shook, baby. Didn't I tell you ain't nothing gonna happen to you in these projects while you with me? Winter says, no, I ain't shook. I just don't like being caught off guard. Okay? Ooh, them dope boys. Okay? But anyway, he say, off guard. He push a magical button in this car somewhere, because dope boys always got to have a secret compartments. Okay? But he pushed the old button inside of the car. Okay? And it was about 3 different types of pistols in there. Okay? Pistols, burners, hot ones. I don't know, whatever you call it, but he looked at Winter and was like, you worried now? She was like, no. Bitch, he might put one in you. Okay? One of them guns might be for you. You tell me what you need. Whatever it is, I got you, baby. Okay? He ain't playing with her. I got you. He ain't playing with her. Okay? Ooh. Okay. So they sitting in the middle of the projects. Okay? Winter, it's like, okay, I'm feeling a little at ease now because my man got about 87 hammers, in secret compartments, okay? And he told me, it won't be no drama, and I believe that, from what I can see, that he's a bad motherfucker, okay? So I'm going to trust him.
So stepping out of the Lexus coupe, I figured if I ever wanted to come back to Brooklyn, this is the way it should be, in style. It was evening time. For some reason, everything in the neighborhood looked smaller than I remembered it being. And maybe even a little dirtier. I saw some familiar faces, or maybe I should say they saw me. But I didn't see Natalie, Simone, none of the girls, or even my aunt.
His apartment was definitely a man's place, okay? Now, he had the apartment set up like Santiago with the extra metal door, People from Brooklyn, I don't understand. Or in the projects in Brooklyn as well, I don't understand. How is it that you can rearrange the whole goddamn apartment and then peoples don't come in? The housing authority don't say nothing to you, girl. But it was secure. Like Santiago, Bullet had a double security door with a crack slot in the outside door, about 2 inches wide and 4 inches long. She said what was different though, unlike her father, was that Bullet had an old, crack cooking kitchen, okay? That he had an old laboratory in his kitchen. Now, unlike her father would never bring that type of stuff around his family. They wouldn't know what he did, how he did it, or none of that. That's right, because you don't do that shit in your house. That's how you get fucked up. Bullet just is young and dumb too. And plus, I think he's a little crazy, okay? I mean, you're welcome. I'm trying to tell y'all that some of the ninjas that y'all be messing with be a little crazy. Okay, and them niggas will kill you. Pay attention to me. I'm telling you, child, try to leave a D-boy. Try to leave one if you want. Okay? I don't fuck with none of them, okay? That's not my life no more. I don't want to be a part of it. She said they wasn't even in an apartment for 30 minutes before Bullet had to leave. She said he was around there all hyper like, handed her a 22 and was like, look, stay here. Don't do nothing. Winter, is that your life? Is that what you need? If I mess with a ninja that hand me a pistol, I'm like, oh shit. But this is what you have to deal with when you messing with a goddamn a D-boy. Says to her, here, hold this. I'll be right back. Don't answer the door for nobody. Don't even fuck with the phone. She said within minutes after he left, there was knocking at the door. Okay, so that's telling me 2 things. Okay. Well, it's telling me a couple of things. That 1, he cooked the crack in his own kitchen. 2, he's selling it out his own apartment. And you feel comfortable enough to stay in that apartment while them drugs is being, in that apartment. Now, like I said, I see a lot of myself in Winter. Okay? I ain't gonna say when I seen, some crack on the table, I wasn't like, oh, I must go, it's crack on the table. No, that wasn't what I did. But now as an adult, I look back at it like, bitch, what was you thinking? Jump outs can come through here any second now. Or a hard up crackhead can come through here and put one in your ass, right? And that's why he gave her that hammer to use, hey, somebody come through, something happen, blast his ass. I'm not no killer. I don't kill. I don't do it. I'm a lover. I ain't no fighter. That's not my job. That's your job. She in there. She going through the apartment, of course. Okay. She goes through the shoe boxes because that's where dope boys back in the day kept their money. Okay, in the shoe boxes. Like the police ain't gonna come through and snatch the shoe boxes. But anyway, she said that it was a shoe box of 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. And she really ain't going nowhere now because she itching because she that close to the butt.
So then we got another knock at the door. Then the knock soon became a scratch. The scratch turned into a screech. Disobeying orders, cause I was never one to follow orders. I went and opened up the first door, okay? And then she peeked out. Placing my ear on the cold metal door, I listened for a voice. I heard what sounded like moaning. Come on, I'm sorry. Where you been? I need something now. The words were coming out like a whining child. I slid the heavy metal slot back an inch to see where the screeching was coming from. The thin lady was hunched over, scratching the door with 2 keys. Hearing the shit open slightly, the lady raised on her tiptoes and stuck her face in the slot. She was so close up, I could only see her one bloodshot, tired eye. I don't know if she was rocking on her toes or what, but small sections of her face, the left eye, the right eye, her nose.
When she stuck her 2-tooth mouth in the slot, I saw the scar, the twisted position. The 90-pound crackhead at the door was my mother. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down, my naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, be safe and have a good one.